Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Hi, bit of a
This is
surprise.
our Christmas message to you all, since we can't be with you this year.
Yep. We thought it'd be a really good idea just to send you a message by videotape and just give you a snippet of what our life found here. Have a video around the house in just the general area and pass on a special message, which is you tell.
What?
Something.
What's the special message?
One pretty big special
Merry
message.
Christmas. Happy New Year.
The special message is that we're pregnant. Rebecca's
Finally, I hear you all say, well, you just keep that thought to yourself. We're very happy to know.
yeah. How many weeks?
Actually, it's pretty early. We're just 8.5 weeks.
That's today. So by the time you receive this message, it'll be about 10 weeks.
All being well.
All being well.
So, yeah. Anyway, that's how good news. And we just wanted to let you know you're sending us something.
Now, you won't see Rebecca going on this videotape because she is heading off for a few days after a long, hard study year. And just going to have a bit of a break. But I'm going to take over and do a bit of filming over the weekend. It's now Friday, we're off out to the party now, so we've got to dash a little bit. And what would you all say?
Just that I hope you all have a really, really good time over Christmas and send us some photographs. We loved the video of last Christmas. We just received it scanned from over. So yeah, that was a belated Christmas viewing, but it was really good. And I think I'm blabbing, but this is all totally in my hands, but I don't know what to say.
Great job. Okay. So I hope I'll catch up, but I hope the kids brought, or will bring, or brought, actually it's Christmas Day now. I hope Santa Claus brought the children everything they wanted. And
we can just imagine all
paper.
the kids covered with paper.
Yeah.
There'll be just these little heads popping through.
So that'll be lots of fun. But you see, I'm wearing my Christmas special shirt tonight to go out there looking nice and bright. Okay, catch you later. Bye. And this is our little Chloe. Decided she was in a playful mood, so I thought I'd just get a quick bit of footage for you. This little doll that she's dragging around is actually called Victor. We picked it up at Victor Harbour and she's had it ever since. And the head's been sewn up a couple of times, but it's on its last legs. Chloe! Where's Victor? Where's Victor? You want to say Merry Christmas to the people in England? G'day, it's Saturday the 12th of December and I just thought I'd sit down and say a few words. And yep, Chloe just wants to get in on the picture. I've just dropped Beck off at the airport. I took her down, she's actually gone to Bali for a week, which is something we've been planning for. She's had a really big year with her studies and done extremely well. We've got some excellent results. With all the exams she's done, she finished about 3 weeks ago. So she's going to actually a place called the Sacred vagaries of laundry, tobacco, and cleaning goods across the country. So I'm meeting a lot of major vendors and working with them. A few good perks come out of it. I actually got a model racing car, Formula One racing car, was delivered to me yesterday, and there was an invitation there to go to the Formula One Grand Prix, all expenses paid, with Rothmans, one of the big cigarette manufacturers, sponsoring one of the cars. So I think I might just have to take that one up. This weekend I want to go see a movie tonight, Saving Private Ryan, it's come on here, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. And then next week I've got something on every night, a social function, so I'm going to be really busy leading up to Christmas, and then Beck gets back next Saturday. And we've got a few social things until we go away on the 23rd after Sanctuary COVID. But yeah, wonder how all you guys are going. I'm thinking of you. I know it's still going to be lots of fun up at Sharon and Pete's. Sounds like it's going to be very much a kids' Christmas. So hi to all the children. All the children say, hopefully you've been very good, and Santa has brought you exactly what you wanted, and that there's not too much Christmas wrapping paper around the floor, because I'm sure the local council up there are going to have to bring in this extra skip to handle it all. That's about it. What I wanted to do was just give you, I'm going to just take some video around the house. What a great opportunity, rather than send photographs, to actually take a video of our place here, which is, it's a really comfortable place. It's not nothing big or majorly flash, but it's just really comfortable. We're really happy here. In terms of the area, Rose Bay is just a beautiful area. We, in terms of as suburbs go, it's a really quite a well-to-do suburb. Mainly big homes around here, but there's a few apartment blocks which are blocks like this one, which is a 1930s block which has been renovated, and obviously the homes around here are kind of way out of our budget, but we managed to get into a nice area, but obviously in a smaller place. But for us, it's kind of, the idea is that, okay, we go back to Hong Kong or Asia in a year's time, which is basically going to happen, and we've got a place here which is very rentable, to possibly say a professional person or a professional couple, and brings us in a good rent that allows us to obviously pay it off at somebody else's expense, which is what you want to be doing. But what I'll do is I'll just give you a little guided tour. I'll turn the video off now, and then I'll go up to the top and then bring you through the place. Catch you in a minute. Now, what I thought I'd try and do, I'm not sure if this is going to work out. I thought I'd try and give you an idea of where we are. This is the local guide. The bus that just came past, heading up the hill. So this street I'm standing on is Balfour Road. Now I'm just trying to find a page with the, let me try the front here. So 237. Okay, here we go. Now, Balfour Road is actually probably a shadow in the way. Actually leads up here, coming up through where my finger is there, and we are at the top just there. So it gives you an idea of where we are there. And then there's the golf course here, Royal Sydney Golf Course. We've got the beaches over this side here. We've got Rose Bay down here, which is a big, lots of boats and moored down there, and a couple of little beaches you can see just going along there. So we're right on that point. So if you take that point into consideration in terms of total Sydney, if you can kind of make out that that's that point there, going around there, and that's obviously the city. So we're kind of surrounded by water, if you see what I mean. So in terms of the east, this is the total eastern suburbs area, so we're surrounded by water there. So that's where we are. Balfour Road. And we've just done a U-E. So it's fairly quiet, tree-lined. And you can see lots of big homes with big gardens. I mean, there's a house through the back there. And just straight up, basically straight up there, you head up there, which I might do later, is Bondi Beach. It's about a 3 or 4 minute drive. And there's a lady, just a single lady living in this place next door, which is huge. And this block here is 106 Balfour Road. Next door has just been finished. It's a block of a penthouse luxury apartment and about 4 smaller units. So these are the only 2 unit blocks in the street or in the road. And down the side, that garage there is the only garage in the block, and that's actually part of our property. That's our garage, and it's Beck's car park in front, which I've got to clean later, and then I'll put it in the garage. We've got a heap of stuff in there, which I'll just about squeeze it in. Now this down here is our garden, which is, again, it's the only garden flat in the block, and I've got to do a bit of, I've actually killed some grass down there because Chloe dug a few holes, and I'm sure you're familiar with that routine. So I'm ordered some grass, and I've killed that off. I'll dig it up and then replace it with the same grass. So I'll probably try and do that this weekend. And there's my Barbie, 4-burner. There's also there's like a terrace up here as well. The garden should look quite nice. I bought a lawnmower, an edge cutter, all the work, so I'm looking forward to getting into it this weekend. And that's the main entrance going down into the units, the sort of hallway, but I'll go down the back way. That's our garden, and that's going down the street, down further down. There's actually a bit down there, there's a house, you can just kind of make it, it's just a new house being built up there. It looks superb, they've got an amazing view. So heading down, this is the back way in, which we use quite a lot because our garage is here. So it's nice not to, almost to have a private entrance coming in. Beautiful day today, it's about 30 degrees, which, as you can see you can see up there's a pretty major blue sky today. That's the garage there. So heading in, communal staircase area, but it's 30 o'clock, so I'm really using it. It leads into our kitchen. So, hey, Chloe. Say hi. So, I just turned the dishwasher off. This is our kitchen, quite obviously, and if you, I don't know if I said in a letter, but we were actually having some work done on the kitchen, and basically what was in place was, as I'm showing you now, this side up to the sink, so that was all in, and then what wasn't was this side basically. So it didn't quite match up. It was this wall was spare. So what we did, we actually got someone to come in and match up the cupboards and put this breakfast bench and breakfast bar in, and build some extra cupboard space, and actually put these extra cupboards in. So we've got our laundry in there. So we've got the dryer and the washing machine, and the water heater, etc. is in there. And we just got to put in this as well, which is like an additional cupboard space for all of our poo and bits and pieces. And this one as well, it's like a utility cupboard. Just going to put that in just to hide away kettles and things like that. And that's our kitchen. Now, the nice part about this home, because it's 1930s, things like this ceiling here, you can see that it's the original ceiling, which is the old original plasterboard ceilings, which is really nice to have that, and it's quite a high ceiling. So if we go in through, this is our front door, which is locked, which I won't bother to open because it's just a passageway out there that comes in the front. And again, in the hallway, you can see that the original ceiling's through. And so if you were coming in the front door, so you walk in the front, the kitchen's on the right-hand side, which we've just come out of, and you're in the hallway. Now the really nice thing about this place is it's not just the design of it is not like a normal apartment, you know, just with a hallway going down the middle and rooms off it. It actually feels quite like a home because the hallway goes around at angles. So we've come in the front door, and then to the left is our bedroom. Fairly standard. You probably remember the chest of drawers that we had, and side cabinets. We put in all the blinds we put in. There was no blinds in here, and we decided rather than curtains, the blinds would look better, and we're really pleased with the way they've worked out. Also, the fitted wardrobes, we had to put the fitted wardrobes in, and someone's just actually painting them at the moment. He's just put an undercoat on, and he's going to come back next week to actually finish painting them. So that's a few things that we bought in India. That chair there, that cane chair, which is quite nice and looks good in here. So that's our bedroom. Now, if we look back from where we've come from, so that's walking in our bedroom door, and then we've got another door off our bedroom which leads into what we've turned, they called it the media room, but we've turned it into our dining room. And just a couple of things in here. The table we bought in Perth, when we were across in Perth, we were looking for a table, and that one we couldn't quite see anything we want, and we saw that. And then the actual wood, that was a separate piece of wood, and they cut it and made it specially for the table, which is, I mean, it's a beautiful table, and it's just, I mean, it would take 4 people to pick it up. The handies that we've got hanging up, we got those in India. They were old Victorian lamps that we managed to acquire at a reasonable cost. And this chair here, it's interesting because that back actually swings across either way, and it used to be held on those, you can see the brass rings on the bottom, which it was held, it used to swing from a tree, or in a back garden in a British home up in the hills in India. So we've got double doors off the dining room area leading into the back garden as well, which is quite nice. And this is our living room, which we got bookcase over there, our sofa, mirror, a few things again that we've picked up along the way. This chest in the middle is one that we picked up in India. The bookcase we had made in India or restored. And this is what I love, one of the best pieces I love. It's a Jali door, which is an original old 130-year-old door, which was from an Indian home. It's just, I don't know if you can appreciate it on the video, but it's just a beautiful piece, and it's solid wood. I think we're not quite sure eventually what we're going to do. We were thinking of making a table out of it, but at the moment we've just got it leaning up against the wall, obviously. That's a little accountant's desk from India again, and where we were looking for something just to hide the TV and video and stereo, and we found this cabinet here, which was from Indonesia, which kind of really nicely hides them away, and you can still use the remotes, etc., and through the doors. So you can see, I think you can get a perspective now. We've come from bedroom, dining room, looking back down through that way through the living room. You can see the front door where we've come from, and then into the garden. Some of the plants are really taken off. These are 2 lemon trees that Beck bought about a month ago, so we should have our own fresh lemons. And she's grown her own assorted lettuces down there as well. And you can get a bit more of a perspective of the terrace up there. And this one here is a her herb garden. So heading back in. So this is where the hallway twists off to the right, and that's our bathroom, which is really nice. It's got a nice big mirror up there, which kind of gives it a feeling of much more space. And a few more pieces that we picked up in India, like this bathroom sort of cabinet just down the side, and those candlestick holders. And then lastly, we go into the study cum spare bedroom, which we have used basically as a study, and you can see at the moment Beck's just finished the studies, and a lot of things are just a bit all over the place. But we haven't really got ready to organise in. Chloe's just having a little roll around here. She just follows you around. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey? I bet the children would love to play with you. I know you'd like to play when she just adores children. And whenever you take her out, she just plays and plays and plays with children. But I probably can't. If you can imagine, at the moment it's pretty warm here, and I've got to take her in to get her a cut again. We're going to keep her just chasing a towel. We're going to keep her to a puppy cut because otherwise it's just too hot for her. So again, these wardrobes again we had to have fitted in, and they're going to be painted as well, just to match the colour of the walls. So there you have it. A bit more of a perspective of where we're living. I don't think there's anything else to show you around here. So what I'll do is I'll switch it off for now, and then probably if I go out with Chloe, I'm going to take her for a walk today, and I might just sort of have a drive around to show you a few of the areas around. So I'll catch you later, bye. Okie dokie, we're back online. What I'm doing is I'm just heading down from the front of the place. I'm just going to pop into the dry cleaners, and I'm going to take Chloe for a walk down at the park. So I just thought I'd take you out for a bit of a spin. Just heading down Balfour Road now. It really is a beautiful day today. It's just glorious. The cricket's on at the moment. You've probably seen it in Adelaide. It's about 42 degrees, and unfortunately England had to bat. So that wasn't particularly a good win of the lose of the toss, because obviously Australia is quite comfortably battling along. In fact, it's probably on the radio at the moment. So I might just get an update in a sec. What we're doing now is heading down to, just down the bottom there is the harbour. What I was telling you about is what you saw on the map, where all the boats are. And what I want to do is just want to turn right here. This is our local parade of shops, which is just about got everything you need in terms of just corner shops. There's some newsagents and chemists, video shop, a couple little delis. As you can see, it gets pretty busy on the weekends. Ice cream and chocolate shop, greengrocer, pizza, you name it. Straight ahead, you might be able to see behind the fence is the golf course. What it is, it's a 9-hole public golf course called Ballara Public Golf Course, but it's probably one of the better public 9 holes you're going to find close to a city. As you can see, it's beautifully maintained. So I've played there a few times. And it's an annex. It's part of the Royal Sydney Golf Club, which is just the other side of it, which is a full 18, which I'm playing it on Monday. So heading down a bit further, just kind of make out the golf course there down on the right hand side. And the dry cleaner's just on the left here, and there's the big part of the harbour straight ahead. You can there's a small, where I'm going to take Chloe for a walk, there's actually a small area, a yacht club, a mini yacht club, and you can actually hire out canoes, small sailing boats, that sort of thing. But this is the dry cleaners just here, so I'm just going to pull in and then I'll come back a bit later. Bye. Okay, that's the dry cleaning done. Now we're just South Head Road and into the park, this is Rose Bay Park. There's actually a ferry leaves here to go to the main ferry wharf in the city. I can't remember what it's called now. It's you probably went there when you visited. And you can see there's a boat ramp here as well, so quite a lot of people taking in their boats and jet skis and all that sort of stuff. That's a restaurant there, Catalina's restaurant. This Rose Bay used to be Sydney's airport in the 1920s, 30s, when the only way they didn't actually have an airport here, and the planes used to arrive and land on the water, and Rose Bay was actually the airport actually in the water. So all the big flying boats used to land. I'm just looking for a park. I'm not going to be here too long. Normally you're only allowed to park if you've actually got a boat. Trailer, but I won't be too long. I just want to take Chloe for a quick half an hour walk, and she's pretty excited. Okay, hang on. Wait for it. She hasn't had a walk for 2 days now, or say a day and a half. This way. Come on. So here we've got Rose Bay Park, which is where I normally bring Chloe down in the evenings. We take her often in the mornings. Beck and I go out for a walk into down to Bondi Beach, and before I go to work and before she goes to study, and we take Chloe in the morning. But they're quite strict about dogs going onto the beaches, particularly the city beaches. So we tend to take her first thing in the morning before any of the beach police are around, or we just bring her down here, or we actually go to Centennial Park, which is one of the bigger parks. So you can see that's Rose Bay all around there, and New South Head Road heading back to us over there, and just through there is that's actually the peninsula that you might have seen on the map, and that just you can just sort of walk all the way around that peninsula right over the back there and end up on the beaches around the other side. So I'll just head over to the water. Come on. This is actually the seaplane excursion. You can actually hire these planes and go on tours of the harbour and head up to the northern beaches. In fact, you can see the city through there. There's the centre point, the tower, and a couple of the taller buildings over in the city. And the taller buildings over the back there are the other side of the harbour bridge. That gives you the perspective of where we are from the city. Planes have just started up and it's going to take about to head off. Saw some people just getting into it, heading off on with a few beach towels. And the battery's about to run out, so I just wanted to take Chloe to the little sailing club I was telling you about. It's where Chloe normally likes to go swimming. Chloe, come on, back. You're not going in today? Okay, so I guess that just about wraps up our little preview of what we do down here and where we're living. The battery is about to run out, and what I wanted to do was just get this into the hose today because I'm thinking, Chloe, come here, Chloe! Just went across this bit of a car park. So yeah, I'll get this into the post today and ensure that it gets to you. And what I'm going to do is put a request in just to as we play it on Christmas Day, so that you can actually see it together when you're there as a family on Christmas Day. So on behalf of Rebecca and I, we wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. We hope you have a great day or a few days on the holiday. Dad, don't work too hard, and Mum, don't you work too hard either. And in the kitchen, 'cause I'm sure you spent probably about 44 hours in the kitchen so far getting everything organised. And so Merry Christmas to you all. We're thinking of you. We'll contact you from Sanctuary Cove when we're up there, and have a really, really happy and prosperous and exciting and fun and joyful and magic New Year. Take care, everyone. See ya. Bye.